Good morning, friends. First of all, I thank Professor Nanjan Swami for giving a nice introduction about me. Yes, as you know, today's session is about time management. If we can classify people into successful and unsuccessful, one common thing that we observe in all successful individuals is the time management. They value their time. Okay. Normally, I ask my students, what is the scarcest resource on this earth? And I get the answers: air, water, petrol, oil, oxygen, etc., etc., etc. And above all, the scarcest resource is the topic of today's session, that is time. Time is the scarcest resource. Inevitably and invariably, time is the scarcest resource of everybody. What is time? It's very difficult to give a comprehensive definition of the term time. What is money? Professor Walker says, money is what money does. What is management? One of the definitions of management goes, management is what managers do. Likewise, we cannot give a comprehensive definition of many concepts and many terms. And one of the terms is time. Okay, it's very difficult to define what time is. First of all, time is a resource. I've already told you that it is the scarcest resource, which is irreplaceable and irreversible. A second lost in our life is lost forever. We cannot regain. Wealth lost can be regained, but time cannot be. Therefore, the most valuable thing in our life is time. And time is most neglected also. We don't recognize the importance of time. We don't recognize the value of time. Okay, because time is taken for granted. Okay, yes, just observe. I would give you an example. Say you are traveling in a train wherein 2,000 people are traveling, and the driver arrives at the destination half an hour late. Yes, what is the loss? Half an hour late, means into 2,000 people, which the train carries 1,000 man-hours. I don't know whether this driver has any clue about the man-hour loss that he is creating. Okay. Yes, and we say tomorrow we will meet tomorrow morning, say whether it is 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 8 o'clock. No, because we take the time for granted. Okay, even though it is the scarcest resource, the least importance is given for time. Time is an opportunity. Every second in our life is an opportunity. And as the time can be used for more than one purpose at a given point of time, it has got opportunity cost. People or teachers from commerce or management or economics would understand what is opportunity cost. Opportunity cost is the opportunity lost. Opportunity cost is the opportunity lost. Say you have 100 rupees with you. Either you can go to a movie or you can have lunch. If you decide to have lunch, then you may have to forego the movie. If you go to the movie, you have to forego the lunch. That means this money has got opportunity cost, because the same money can be used for multiple purposes, or anything that can be used for multiple purposes at a given point of time will have opportunity cost. This time has got opportunity cost. The same time can be used for work, leisure, play, reading, etc., etc., etc. What you would, attending this program itself has a cost. What is the cost of attending this orientation program or this session? Yes, the work the enjoyment is something that you would have done otherwise, is the cost of attending this program. Had you not been in the program, you would have done something. You would have gained something. That is the loss, or that is the cost. I should not use the word loss. That is the cost of attending this program. Therefore, time is an opportunity and has got an opportunity cost. Whenever something has got opportunity cost, we should be very, very careful while using this, say the resource. Okay. Yes, and time is life. So we say X lived for 75 years. Okay, all events happened, all events happening and going to happen will have a time reference. So even attending this program, yes, you are attending this, the first session of today's first session between 10 o'clock and 11:15. That means we refer it to the time. It starts at, first session starts at 10 o'clock, ends at 11:15. That means every event that has happened, happening, and going to happen will have a time reference. And history is taught with time reference. Okay. Yes, say Akbar ruled this country for so many years during such and such a period, something like that. Okay. Or time tells the commentary of the earth commentary, or how we lived over millions and millions of years has been recorded in the time. Okay, if you say, we say 2,500 years ago, Buddha lived here. Okay, that means again 2,500 years. What is that 2,500 years? Is time reference. I repeat once again that there is no event which doesn't have the time reference. The whole world revolves around time. The whole world revolves around time. Coming to the characteristics of time. The first characteristic feature is time is totally perishable. Okay, so time just passes like that. If you do not use the time, it passes just like that. There is a saying, time wasted is existence and time used is life. Time wasted is existence. Most of us exist, okay, but we don't live. Therefore, we have to live the time, we have to make use of the time. And time cannot be stored up for use later. Like we store our electricity in UPS, and whenever the electricity goes off, we put on the UPS and make use of the electricity. Though such arrangement is not possible as far as time is concerned. Then the supply of time is continuous and its speed is constant. Constantly, continuously and constantly we are going to get the time, second by second, bit by bit. Okay, that is the speciality of time. That is, the supply of time is continuous and constant, and it is the only resource which is equally distributed among all living and non-living beings. Okay, we don't have any other resource which is equally distributed. It is only the time. It's only the time which is equally distributed among all living and non-living beings. And time is the inevitable input of whatever we do. I repeat once again, time is inevitable input of whatever we do. We cannot do anything without investing or without using the time. Nothing can be achieved in zero time. Okay. Say, again, I refer back to the professors of economics, commerce, and management. We say, to produce a product or to provide a service, we need certain factors of production. And these factors of production are land, labor, capital, and organization. Yeah, I don't know how the economists, how the philosophers, how the management experts have not considered the time as one of the inputs. Without time, investing time, we cannot do anything. Whatever we do will have a time reference, or we will have to use the time. Okay, without using the time, we cannot do anything. Then time is the unit of measurement. Time is the unit of measurement, work measurement. Okay, a teacher works for 16 hours a day. 16 hours a week. Okay, or the office hours are between 10 and 5:30. Workers in a factory work for 8 hours, or we get our salary once in a month, or whenever you do OT, again the time is calculated and we are paid OT based on the time. Same thing. I mean, that means time is the unit of measurement. These are some of the characteristics of time. Then what is time management? So time management is the process of organizing and planning how to divide the time between activities. It is planning and organizing our activities over a period of time. Okay, I'm saying between specific activities. We do many activities every day. Okay, and we play different roles in every day. And how should we use this time for different activities or different roles that we play? Okay, that is time management. Why should we manage time? Second question is, why should we manage time? And time has to be managed invariably to realize the dream of becoming successful in life. If you want to be successful in life, we have to manage the time. And beginning itself, I told you, say all successful people give importance for time, whether it is Rajkumar or Amitabh Bachchan or whoever, or Saram Vishwesharaya, or you take any successful, I mean, if you read the biographies and autobiographies of famous successful people, you understand that they were giving utmost importance for the time. And good time management enables us to work smarter so that we do more work in less time. If you manage time, yes, we are able to work smarter, do more work within the less time. That is the advantage of time management. Failing to manage our time damages our effectiveness and causes stress, leading to physical, mental, and emotional issues. Okay, today's world is facing many problems because of the stress. Okay, from a student of LKG to a person who is 80, all of us suffer from this, or experience, I should not say suffer, all of us experience stress. And the main cause for this stress is lack of time management. Okay, I was in administration and people used to retire and they used to tell me, say, had I got 1 more or 2 more years of service, I would have completed, finished the marriage of my daughter, something like that. Okay, or a student who writes the examination, who comes without answering 1 or 2 questions, would say, had I been given 5 minutes extra, I would have written something. Many a time it happens. Okay, or a person who misses the bus or train. So had I reached the station by 5 minutes early, I would have catch this bus or train. That means I do observe. Okay, whenever we are, I mean, say whenever I stop my vehicle in a circle or wherever signal lights are there, I do observe people. I mean, say they don't have the patience to green light to appear. Just they are moving like that without giving any importance for the red signal, and leading to many accidents and so many other things. Okay, yes, they just jump the signal and go. Why should a person jump the signal and go? Because he doesn't have the time management. Had he left the house 5 minutes early, then he would not have jumped the signal. That's how, say, that means we don't give the importance for time. And paradoxically, to save the time, we must spend the time. Okay, to save the time. Otherwise, time passes just like that. If you don't use, I mean, it's just, I mean, in the beginning itself, I told you, I mean, time wasted is existence. Most of us exist, but do not live. To live or to use the, I mean, to spend the time, to save the time, we have to spend the time. Say money saved is money earned. That's what we say, like that. Time used is time saved. Otherwise, time just passes like that. And hope the discussions that would take place for next few minutes would help us to develop a new personal sense of time. What is my time? Yes, all of us have got 24 hours. And what is your time, personal time for your personal growth or personal development? Have you ever thought of personal time? So we think that every time is ours, but say not all time is ours. Okay, yes, just we would be doing many activities with many other people, and what is my personal time for my development? Okay, yes, hope the discussions would lead us to understand what is my personal sense of time and to think about future and set goals and develop plans. Okay, yes, I mean the discussions that take place for next few minutes would help us to think about the future, set goals and develop plans for our personal development. And the discussions would also help us to analyze where, how and why we are spending our time at present. And lastly, to make use of the time effectively. The discussions that would take place for few minutes later will help us to understand the concept of time better. We listen, yeah, I mean, only, yeah. So whenever we talk of time, we should note that only human beings experience the time and know the importance of time. Even though time is given, or time is given for all living and non-living beings by the nature, only the human beings understand the importance of time. We experience the time. And over a period of time, many inventions, infinite number of inventions have taken place. And all these inventions have ultimate one goal of making use of the time effectively, or one goal of saving the time for us. Okay, just think of, say, 50 years back. Say, I mean, women would have used to spend the whole day in the kitchen. Say 50 years back, I mean, women used to spend that their major job was to cook. Now cooking has been made easy. Yes, we spend 1 or 2 hours in, or say, I mean, may not agree. Some of you may not agree with me. Yes, I mean, say 3 to 4 hours in the morning and say another 2 hours in the evening. Yes, the kitchen work is over. Yes, you have cooker, you have oven, you have dishwasher, you have washing machine, you have, and many other things. So say fans, and so many other gadgets. Okay, and the technology, gas, electricity, cookers, ovens, washing machines, etc., etc., etc. How, say, the objective of, say we use our vehicles. Okay, otherwise, say to travel from your house to college, it would have taken hours together. Okay, because you have a vehicle, you reach the college within 5 minutes. That means that saves your time. You don't understand the many inventions, or most of the inventions that have taken place will have the objective of saving the time or utilizing the time in a better way. And all our activities are time bound. Yes, this session starts at 10 o'clock. I said already. Okay. Yes, it has got time bound. I say you have to finish your syllabus. Okay, you have so much of time, and you have 16 weeks to finish your syllabus. 16 weeks means 16 weeks of time. Okay. Yes, I mean, all activities are time bound. Our daily routine, we get up at a specific time. We do specific activities and say like that. I mean, all our activities are time bound. We can say our activities are initiated, directed, and controlled by the time. All of our activities are initiated, controlled, directed by the time. Yes, time is important. Time is having so many characteristics, etc., etc., etc. But say all of us have heard the relativity theory of Einstein, or Einstein's relativity theory. Like that, we can classify the time into real time and clock time. What is clock time? Yes, I say each hour has got 60 minutes and each minute has got 60 seconds is the clock time. But what is real time? The real time depends on our feelings, depends on our psychological conditions, okay, and not by clocks. Say, for example, time is slow when you wait. When you are waiting for somebody, you experience that the time is moving very, very slow, okay. Then time is fast when we are late. When we are late, yes, time moves faster. That's only our feeling. Okay, that's what I'm telling. Real time is different. Clock time is different. Really, I mean, the clock time is the correct time, but our feelings say, I mean, whenever we are late, yes, time moves faster. Time is short when we are happy. Time is endless when you are in pain. When we are in pain, it seems time is not at all moving. Time is long when we are bored. Okay, when the lecture is not interesting, yes, you would look at the watch every minute because you have to appear on the screen for 1 hour continuously. You'd be looking at the watch. Say if you are bored, every time is decided by, that's why I said our feelings and emotional conditions, not by clocks. Then the importance of, coming to the importance of time. In the year 1907, Arnold Bennett wrote a first book on time management. Arnold Bennett, I mean, he captioned his book as How to Live on 24 Hours a Day. How to Live on 24 Hours a Day. And there he discusses some of the aspects of time. He says that the distribution of time is highly democratic. We do not come across any issue or anything so democratically distributed among all human and non-human beings. And he says that there is no aristocracy of wealth and there is no aristocracy of intellect. That means intellectuals are not given a second extra, or rich people are not given a second extra. All of us have got 24 hours. Therefore, there is no aristocracy of wealth. There is no aristocracy of intellect. And he says that there is no punishment for not utilizing the time or for wasting the time. You can use the time, you can waste the time at your will. Nobody would ask you, why are you wasting your time? You are wasting your time, and no mysterious power will say, yes, this man is not utilizing the time properly. Yes, let us cut on the meter. No mysterious power will say, yes, whether you use the time or you waste the time, time is given and it appears every second, bit by bit. And yes, we can only waste the passing moment. We cannot waste the next hour. The next hour is kept intact for you. Yes, tomorrow is kept intact for you. Okay, you cannot get into debt as far as time is concerned. Normally what we do, whenever we join a job, yes, after first or 1 or 2 months, we take our salary slips and go to the bank and we say that, sir, I have got a permanent job and my salary is so much. Yes, I would like to buy a vehicle. We buy a vehicle, getting a loan. That means we are committing our future income. We are committing, we get into debt. Okay, we are committing our future income right now, but that is not possible as far as time is concerned. Time has to be utilized when it comes. Yes, you cannot use the next hour, you cannot use tomorrow. They're all kept intact for you, and we have to live on this 24 hours of daily time. Every day we have 24 hours. We have to maintain our health, derive pleasure, earn money, earn respect, and even the evolution of our immortal soul within these 24 hours. Every day we have 24 hours. Yes, we have to use these 24 hours meticulously, judiciously, cautiously, effectively. Okay, otherwise it goes waste. Okay, just we exist, we do not live, and therefore its right use, the right use of the time, its most effective use is a matter of highest urgency and of the most thrilling activity. I mean, we have to use this time very judiciously, cautiously. Yes, all of us would like to use the time cautiously, and we think that we are not wasting our time. Say, I don't think, any of the participants would agree that if I say, yes, you are wasting time. No, nobody would accept. Yes, we don't accept that we are wasting our time. Okay, all of us think. Okay, and we have some common problems. We have some common problems that come in our way of utilizing the time effectively. Let us have a look at the common problems that we have. Okay, and say the first common problem is the procrastination. Okay, procrastination is often the voice of people who would like to consider work rather than actually doing it. Okay, we believe in postponement. Yeah, let me do it tomorrow. Let me do it next week. Let me do it next month. Okay, Yes, how many of us will submit our IT returns as soon as we get our Form 16? Yes, we get our Form 16 in the month of May or June, but we do not submit our IT returns. Yes, there is still time to submit the returns. Therefore, we wait for the last month, last week, then say we try to submit our IT returns. Say you're all teachers and say you give homework to your students. Yes, you say 15th is the last day for submission of assignment. Yes, when do your students write the assignment? On 14th. Till 14th they wait. Okay, there are some students who write on the morning of 15th because he is supposed to submit the assignment in the afternoon. He would sit in the classroom in the last bench and would be writing his assignments. Okay. Yes, that's a procrastination. It means, we believe in keeping the work pending by postponing today's work tomorrow and next week, something like that. And what is the result? We simply store work for ourselves without doing anything. Okay, we don't, I've said, let me do it tomorrow. That is the first common problem that we have in our, we have to face or to realize. Okay, yes, given an opportunity, just we postpone the work. It is human nature. It is, say, no, there is no exception. Okay, majority of us, most of us, I should say, most of us would postpone the work because we believe in pleasure principle. All of us would like to have the pleasure. Okay, therefore we try to postpone the work, and procrastination is number one time waster. Okay, and that is the first. And say again, there is a reason for postponement. We do not postpone the work just like that. We have always we will have a genuine reason to postpone the work. Say the reasons are: first, waiting for the good time. Yes, today is Friday. Friday is not an auspicious day to start a new work. Yes, I will wait till Monday. Let me start the work on Monday. Monday is precious. See, our beliefs, okay, say, it's say waiting for the good time. I had a PhD student, and she finished her work on some, I think on Friday. Say entire thing was over. I told her, yes, give it for binding. You can submit your thesis on Monday. She said, no, sir. Then why? I asked, why? No, I will submit on Thursday, sir. Why Thursday? Then she had a very big list of Thursdays. Sir, I met you first on Thursday. You gave me acceptance on Thursday. I did something on Thursday. She has a very big list, and I will submit my thesis on Thursday. So this is how we try to, these beliefs would make us to postpone, waiting for good time. We have Rahu Kal, Gudi Kal, Yamaganda Kal, something like that, and say no precious or important work should be start in a Rahu Kal, something like that. We wait for good time. We wait for good mood. Oh, today I'm not in a mood. Okay, today it's raining. It's not good. Okay, let me do it tomorrow. Yes, waiting for good. I'm not in the right mood. Feeling that the work is very, very easy. Yes, I can do this work within 5 minutes, within half an hour. Okay, let me do it tomorrow. Why today? It can be done in half an hour. Okay, only when we start doing the work, we understand how much time it takes. Okay, yes, feeling that the work is very easy, or keep on doing unimportant tasks. We postpone the important tasks and go on doing unimportant tasks. If the job is unpleasant, again, we postpone the job. Yeah, let me do it later. Sometimes we feel that, yes, the job has to be done perfectly. And to do that perfect job, I need a holiday. Yes, let me do this job during this winter season, or say in between the semesters. Okay, after the semester is over. Yes, let me start this work. I will have some holidays and I can do it better. Okay, it's a lack of decision-making skills. Sometimes we lack decision-making skills, whether this work has to be done or that work has to be done. And we go on doing some work which is unimportant, and that's how these are the common reasons for postponing the work. What is the result? Result is the waste of time, missed opportunities, poor performance, increased stress. Okay, yes, say now all of you know that KPSC has called for the lecturers posts. Many of our students are regretting for having not passed the NET or set. So in the class, I tell my students to take up NET or set in the first year itself. Yes, many students pass NET or set in the first year or in the second year. Yes, those students are now eligible to take the examination, CET. And many of them who have not taken, yeah, let me take the examination after I complete my post-graduation. Yes, time will not wait. They have missed this opportunity. I don't know when next time KPSC will call for the permanent post after 5 or 6 years, or may not. Okay, by that time, say I may be say in a position, not in a position to apply. Okay, I may not be eligible, something like that. Okay, yes, postponement will lead to say the poor performance, and we miss many opportunities. The second problem that we have is the delegation, poor delegation. Okay, yes, all of us have got 24 hours. We have one brain and two hands. When I say we have one brain and two hands, we have a limit. Okay, limit for the work that can be done. Okay, I cannot do, yeah, I have a limit. I have two hands and 24 hours. There is a limit for the work that we can do. Okay, yes, how can we do more work? We can do more work by delegating. Okay, yes, divide the work into simple, complicated, routine, important, not important, and always routine and not so important jobs can be assigned to others. Okay, instead of we doing the job and wasting our time, we can assign the routine jobs to our colleagues or subordinates, and we can get the work done. Okay, yes, just I would say, for example, say some 46 years or 47 years back, 47 years back, Ambanis were like anybody. They were very, very common people like us. Now, say Mukesh Ambani and Anil Ambani, sometimes we read Mukesh Ambani is the richest person, and sometimes the other fellow is the richest person. Of course, now Anil Ambani is not there. Okay, yes, we read that Mukesh Ambani is the richest person. Recently has bought a big flat on some 50 acres or 100 acres, I don't know, in England. Okay, so within a span of 45 years, how can they become rich? Had he worked for himself, he would have earned his livelihood. What do? The hire people, pay 10,000, get the work of 20,000 and be rich. That's how, delegation. Management is the art of getting things done through others. Okay, we can make or we can do more work by delegation. Okay, yes, provide necessary authority and have controls, direct the work, and just you can do some important work, and routine work can be delegated. That's one of the ways of utilizing the time effectively, but we do not do that. Say, just you observe your principal. There are so many things in a college. Yes, how the principal does. Yes, he forms different committees. Okay, admission committee, library committee, sports committee, women empowerment cell, placement cell, and we have our grievances cell, anti-ragging. There are a number of committees and cells to administer, to look after different activities of a college. If the principal wants to do all these things, then 24 hours is not enough. Okay, therefore, what I am telling you is delegation is the key to do more work, which we lack. Why do we lack? Because say we think that it is risky. I should do the job. Say my subordinates cannot do the job. If you have that feeling, yes, you cannot delegate. Okay, or you think I enjoy doing things. Okay, I enjoy doing things, therefore I do on my own. Yes, again, that is wrong. Okay, and it's a slow process. Or say we would like to be top of everything, or say the subordinates would take the credit. If I entrust some work to my subordinates, later on my subordinates will get the name. I don't want my subordinates, I don't want my colleagues to get the name. I should get the name. Therefore, I will do myself. Yes, this attitude will make us to go slow. Okay, we are not utilizing the time in a better way. The third hindrance is our bad habits. I don't call them, I mean, we don't accept these as bad habits. Okay, because they are, I say everybody does this. All of us are involved in these activities. And say, but if you look at the point from the viewpoint of time management, okay, these can be considered as bad habits. Say, for example, thinking negatively. Say you are taking the class. A student attends the class, comes to the class 10 minutes late. What do? Yes, you take him to task. Yes, when I can come to the college and to the class at 10 o'clock, why not you? And we take that boy to task. Okay, we don't understand, we don't view the problem from his point of view. He may have certain problems at home. He might have missed the bus. He may have some other problem, health issues, problems at home, many things. Okay, if you think from his point of view, then you don't think negatively. Okay, yes, I mean, whenever say we think negatively, we blame the students for 10 minutes, and all the 50 students or 60 students I mean event, and we are the reason for wasting 10 minutes of all the 60 students. Okay, yes, I mean thinking negatively. Okay, or gossiping. Yes, you get up at 5 o'clock in the morning, go for a walk along with your friend. You discuss some politics. Yes, you come back home, get ready, go to the college, and with your colleagues, the same politics is being discussed. So, I mean, you discuss the same issue with all of your friends from morning till evening without your knowledge. You discuss many issues which are irrelevant. They don't help you in developing your knowledge. It will only create some enemies or friends. Okay, yes, gossiping, say same thing. And say that, I mean, without our knowledge, we would waste much of our time in gossiping. Next is seeing TV for long hours. Most of us are addicted to TVs. Most of us are addicted to serials. So we are so addicted that we plan our activities, either it should be done before that serial or after that serial. During the serial, yes, I should see the serial. What these serials would tell us? Nothing, friends. Okay, and in a serial of half an hour, 15 minutes are earmarked for advertisements, which you see every day, several times in a day. Okay, these advertisements. Then say there are 10 characters in a serial, and the one character speaks. What next is shown? The reaction of all the other 9 characters. How the reaction would be? Some character will raise the heads, and some other character will lower the head, and some say like, I mean, say few minutes. Okay, for one say statement, the reaction of all the 9 participants or actors in that serial, yes, is shown, and we don't understand that we are wasting our time. We are immersed. Say, for example, when you are seeing a serial, if somebody comes, we blame them. Hey, should they come at this hour? Okay, I'm seeing the serial. There is nothing to be learned. Okay, yes, I mean, mother-in-law will have some, will plan some strategy on daughter-in-law, and daughter-in-law will have some strategy to get away with mother-in-law, something like that. Okay, yes, I mean, and say we don't stop at seeing the serial. Those things are discussed in the staff room, next day staff room. Either the color of the saree worn by the daughter-in-law or mother-in-law, or the statements that they're making. No, he should have done like this. She should have done like this. The entire day passes like that without doing anything. This is gossiping. This is, say, TV is TV. That's why I use the word, we are addicts. Not only TV these days, yes, mobiles. As soon as we get up, we just open the mobile and check whether there are any messages and videos. And even I do that. I do that in the sense, at least you will have some good morning messages. I should say I have the habit of replying to those who have said good morning. Yes, some time is put into that. And many people would receive hundreds of messages, hundreds of videos. You will be in several groups, and the same video appears in all the groups in a gap of 1 or 2 days. And we also send all these videos to all the groups. Okay. Yes, so much of time is wasted. So much of, the purpose of mobile is to have communication with your friends, and only important things are to be exchanged. But whatever the videos you get, yes, you forward it. And whatever the videos they get, they forward it. And your mobile is full of videos, and say the whole day is wasted. We are addicted. And this is not a bad habit. Okay. We don't consider this as bad habit. Then resisting to change. Okay. Yes, you become, after 10 years, you become, you stick on to some subject. Okay. Yes, a commerce professor will say I am teaching accountancy. Wherever he goes, he teaches accountancy only. And if he is given some other subject, he won't accept. No, I was teaching accountancy in the last college, previous college. Yes, I want accountancy. Or a physics teacher, say for example, in a chemistry professor, say organic chemistry, analytical. So, say I teach only this subject, no other subjects. Okay. Yes, the resisting the change. Say we quarrel with people and waste our time, being defensive. Okay. Yes, some politician does something and we quarrel here. Say somebody are for the politician and somebody are against some party, and we quarrel. Ultimately, what is the use of quarreling on such issues? We never think about those things. Just we waste our time. Okay. Yes, these are called bad habits. If you are conscious, then you can save hours and hours of time. Okay. Yes. Then the disorder and indiscipline. We are highly indisciplined. Okay. Everything has a place, and everything should be in its place. We search for the umbrella when it is raining. We search for our pen when we are leaving the house. We search for our keys whenever we are leaving the house. Okay. So we are highly indisciplined, and then we search the entire house, and lastly we get our keys or umbrella or whatever the things that we want. Okay. That happens because of indiscipline, disorderliness. Okay. On one day we will have breakfast at 8 o'clock, the next day at 10 o'clock, some day at 11 o'clock. Okay. Say highly indisciplined, and this indisciplined lifestyle will have a toll on our health. An unhealthy person cannot utilize the time effectively. Okay. This disorder, indiscipline in eating habits or lifestyle would eat away our time. We are unable to make use of our time effectively. For example, say, on some day you have a stomach ache. Okay. And when you have a stomach ache, yes, you can't do the work. On next day you have a headache. Yes, because of headache, you can't work. Okay. The human body is like a system. Okay. And this system consists of many subsystems. For example, digestive system, circulatory system, nervous system, there are so many other systems. If one subsystem goes out of order, yes, the whole body will have to take rest, and the whole day is wasted. Therefore, we have to have some orderliness in our lifestyle. Okay. And failing to manage distractions. The other common problem is we are unable to manage our distractions. Okay. Phone calls. Yes, your friend will make a call, and you prolong the conversation. You ask, say, how is your wife? How is your kids? How is your in-laws? So many things you go on asking. You go on adding conversations. Say 1 minute phone call becomes 10 minutes phone call. Yes, unknowingly we waste our time. Okay, phone calls, friends. Okay, yes, you have. You go to the college, finish your class, go to canteen and have coffee, and come back and sit. You are sitting after having coffee. Your colleague comes and again invites you for a coffee. Then again you go. You may not drink the coffee, you may not take the tea, but you give the company to your colleague because he is your friend. You are unable to say, no, I had coffee just now, I don't come. You don't say like that. Yes, you go along with him, you go along with all of your friends, and most of the times you'll be wasting your time without your knowledge. Okay, because we fail to manage the distractions. As the principal calls for a meeting, and he goes on narrating his achievements. They're not his achievements actually. He poses those things as if it is his achievements. And lastly, after 2 hours, he will come for the agenda and the meeting is over in half an hour. And we simply witnessing, or we simply listen to him as if we are, as a, say, like an obedient student, we sit in front of the principal and listen whatever he says. We don't say, sir, let us take up the agenda. Nobody has the guts to say to the principal, sir, we will take up the agenda. This is yes, okay. We fail to manage our distractions. Okay. And the last thing is the mental blocks. So we honestly do certain things. Okay. We honestly believe that we are so and so. We honestly believe that we are, say, for example, say I am a dullard, or I cannot speak English, I am dullard, or say I cannot get first rank. We don't question ourselves. Okay, we have many honest but wrong beliefs. For example, you stand in front of a mirror and you are combing your hair. You turn this side and say, oh, I'm just like Salman Khan. There is no difference. And you turn this side and I look like Shah Rukh Khan. That is your honest belief, honest but wrong belief. Okay. Yes, you stand before a mirror and say, I look like some other heroine. Okay. Yes, it's wrong. Okay, it's wrong belief, but honestly, we believe like that. And these honest and wrong beliefs, yes, I cannot do this job. Okay, only X can do this job. Yes, then you are unable to do the job, you are unable to be successful. We have to remove our mental blocks. Okay, then how to make use of the time in a better way? Yes, these are some of the common problems that we come across in utilizing the time judiciously, cautiously, effectively, purposefully. Okay, then how to make use of the time in a better way? Yes, by developing the personal sense of time. What is your time? Yes, you have 24 hours of time, but what is your time for your growth and development? And all of us feel that we know how we are spending. We think that we are judiciously spending our time. We have that honest but wrong belief. And most of us believe we are spending the time judiciously. That's what I said. And the following experiment is worth doing. That is time audit. Okay? For about 15 days, go on recording the work. After each hour, yes, you record, you keep a logbook and write whatever you have done. Okay, at 11 o'clock, you write what you did between 10 and 11. At 12 o'clock, you write what you did between 10, in one sentence. Okay. Then you, after 15 days, you understand how much of time is being wasted, how much of time is utilized on different activities, and examine whether, say, what are your priorities and how the time is spent. Do the allocation. Say how did you spend? Whether your allocations represented by your priorities. Okay, and in bulk, is bulk of your time being spent on key operations or key functions? What are your key responsibilities? Are you spending your time on your key responsibilities or key functions or core responsibilities? What are the items that consume more time and contribute nothing? How much time each day is available for use at your own discretion? That is personal sense of time. Okay, and the answers to the above questions will tell us how are we spending our time. Certainly, normally I tell my students, say, before going to bed, just recall what all you have done during the day. Okay, from the morning 5 o'clock to till you go to the bed. Okay, how much of time is spent usefully, how much of time is wasted. Then make a resolution that, yes, I will not waste my time tomorrow. Like, I mean, repeatedly you do this exercise for a few days, a few months, automatically you go on. I mean, your time utilization will increase. You use the time for better purposes. Then, first of all, you have to identify the long-term goals. Yes, on an average, all of you have got 30 years of service. Say, I mean, most of you are, I mean, around 20, between 25 and 35, except few phases which are appear to be older, but a majority of you have got at least 30 years of your service. What I should be at the time of my retirement? What I should be? I should be different from rest of the people. Okay, and to be different, what should I do? How can I improve myself? Okay, yes, I mean, your personal goal. What should I be at the time of, say, it's not regretting at the time of retirement. Had I got some more years of service, I would have done this, that. Okay, you have to plan now itself. Okay, it's like looking the, I mean, surrounding areas on the top of a hill. If you climb a hill, and you can see a vast area. Sitting here itself, you have to imagine what I should be at the end of my career. Okay, I should be different. In what way I should be different? What should I do? Okay, then say you have to set the goals. Say, unless you set the goals, unless you plan your activities, yes, we will not progress. Only when you plan, yes, I should do this much of work today. And at the end of the day, yes, compare your plan and compare whatever you have done. Okay, yes, I have not done according to my plan. That means, yes, again, you introspect where the things have gone wrong. Okay, like that, you have to set goals. Only when you set goals, you can measure the performance, you can improve. Okay, yes, not only, I mean, the goals which are important, how to achieve these goals. Okay, yeah, I mean, you take any successful individual, yes, so it's not that easy to achieve success. Okay, it's mere hard work. Okay, Mark, for example, I would give one example. I don't know the full name of that fellow. Mark got 7 gold medals in swimming and allied individual sport activities in 1973 Olympics. 1973 Olympics, Mark got 7 gold medals. And a press reporter asks him, Mark, I think this is your luckiest day. Then Mark says, no, why should be it is luckiest? Okay, it is the result of sheer hard work. Every day for the past 4 years, I have spent 10 hours of my time under the water. You just go to water and stay for 1 hour, what your skin will be. I have spent, on an average, I have spent 10 hours for the past 4 years, and the result is these 7 gold medals. I'm not lucky. This is not lucky. Nothing will happen. Okay, only hard work can lead to success. By fluke, I mean, out of 100 people, only 1 or 2 fellows may get the success by fluke, but other 98 people will have to work hard. Okay, yes, say for hard work we have to plan, and say not only at the end of the career, yes, then say, if assuming that you have 30 years of time, then what I should be by 15 years, 5 years, 2 years, 1 year, by the end of the semester. You have to have plans like that. Otherwise, we cannot be different from rest of the people. Okay. Yes, I mean, what should I do by the end of this semester? My achievement, I should achieve this much. Yes, and I would say you're all teachers, and I would say sky is the limit. Sky is the limit. Okay, you can do wonders. You can do wonders. Okay, only thing is you have to plan. You have to, work according to your plans. Then only you can achieve the success. Not only, yes, planning the day. At the end, planning the day. How to use the tomorrow. Okay, yes, planning how to utilize the time by the day is very important. Okay, yes, I get up at so much time and do these things, and everything has to be according to the plans. Okay, planning may be done on the previous day or on the morning of the day, and make a list of the work to be done. Yes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then go on doing these work. Don't have the time limit. Only thing is, you should, say, you do the work Complete the first work and take up the second work. Complete the second work and take up the third work. Okay, and let your plans be flexible. Don't have the rigidity as far as planning is concerned. Say sometimes you may have to wait for some people, okay, or waiting times, prolonged meetings. You think that the meeting will be over by 1 hour, but the meeting will take 2 hours. Or on the reverse, if you you assume that the meeting will take 2 hours and the meeting may be over by 1 hour. Okay, therefore your plans must be flexible and you should have the alternatives. If the meeting goes up to 2 hours, what should I do? If the meeting is over by 1 hour, what should I do? Okay, and evaluate your performance at the end of the day. What did I do today? Okay, and learn to say no. Learn to say no. Say, thank you. If your colleague invites you for a coffee, thank you. Just now I had. Yes, you can go and have. Okay. If he is a real friend, he should not mistake you. Okay. Only if he is not a real friend. Okay. Who is a real friend? Real friend is one who thinks your development and his own development. That person only is your good friend. Otherwise, if he is only a colleague, then he will mistake you. Okay, if he is a colleague who mistakes you, yes, let him mistake you. Doesn't matter because he is not your friend. Okay, yes, learn to say no. Otherwise, we will become merely the servant of the priorities of others. Your colleague wants to have tea and you are accompanying him. You don't want to have the tea, but you are accompanying him. You are becoming the victim. We are becoming the victim of his priority. Okay, not tea drinking is not your priority. Okay, therefore, learn to say no. Then making best use of best time. As I told you, all of us have got 24 hours, but the quality of time varies. The quality of time varies. At some times you will have you are jubilant. Okay, yes, you can. You will have so much of enthusiasm. Some people will have that enthusiasm in the morning or maybe in the afternoon, maybe evening. Okay, yes, you consider the study habits. Say, your study habits are different from the study habits of your colleagues and your friends. Okay, you might have, whenever in your student days, you would have observed that some of your classmates would study late night and some of your classmates would get up early and study. That depends. Okay, I don't say getting up early in the morning is good or going to bed late in the night is good. It all depends on your quality of time. Yes, all of us have got 24 hours, but the quality of time varies from individual to individual. And we have to do the best job in your quality time. Okay, yes, your best time is the time when you can do the best work. Maybe in the morning, maybe in the afternoon, maybe in the evening or late night. Doesn't matter. Okay, use your best time to do the most important work. Yes, you might have heard the name Agatha Christie. Agatha Christie is a story writer. She writes detective stories. And she used to think, say, whenever she used to wash the dishes, she used to think, hey, what turn I can give to my detective story? And say she used to get some ideas while doing household chores. Okay, like that. Okay. And say, whenever you are stuck up, says it happens whenever we are doing some work. Yes, we stuck at some point. Yes, leave the job. Okay, take rest or you do some other job. Yes, you get the solution in your dreams. Yes, many of your science teachers, and I think, say, each chemical has got a structure, and benzene has got a hexagon. I think hexagon, if I'm right. Okay, and how the structure was given. That scientist who gave the structure was stuck like that, and he goes to sleep, and in the dream he gets a dream that snake is biting its own tail. Then it occurs to his mind, yes, I can give this structure to benzene. Yes, he gives this structure like that. Say, whenever you are stuck up, yes, leave that job and do some other job, take rest, and you will get the answers. And you can't, that's how you have to do. And as I told you, delegation is another way of utilizing the time in a better way. Okay, yes, routine. You have to think positively. Don't think only you can do the job better. Yes, there are others who can also do the job equally good. Okay, how say if you have that positive thinking, yes, you can give the or you can delegate the work. Have confidence. Okay, believe people, give freedom, direct them in proper way. Yes, make them work for you. Okay, and that's how. Then making use of the committed time. Yes, you commit. Yes, there is a meeting for 2 hours, but the meeting is over by 1 hour. Yes, you have got one more extra hour. Okay, that's what I said. Your plans be flexible. You can use that time. Okay, so you have to commit the time, but all the committed time is not utilized. Have some other plans. Okay, I say that's hard. Then the health is another issue that should be given consideration. If you are not healthy, as I already told you, say one day you have a headache, you can't do work. Another day you have a stomachache, you can't do the work. Okay, therefore, health is very important. Only healthy people can use the time effectively. Illness is an interruption to what one does. Therefore, unhealthiness robs our time and reduces the quality of our time. Okay, therefore, we have to maintain our health. Work needs energy, and this needed energy comes from health. We have to maintain energy balance. Everyone is born potentially with the same amount of time, but with varying energy levels. Our energy levels are different. Okay, you have to understand what is your energy, and it is best defined as the power capable of being transformed into work. That is energy, and you may have to maintain that energy. To maintain that energy, we have to eat quality food. We have to eat sufficient proteins, carbohydrates. Okay, otherwise we cannot maintain our health. Eat to live, but not live to eat. I repeat it once again. Eat to live, but not live to eat. Okay, yes, refrain from smoking, alcoholic drinks, and nothing in excess, because all these things will have a toll on our health. Then get enough sleep. When I say time management, that utilization of time, it doesn't mean that working 24 hours. Okay, yes, get enough sleep for 8 hours, and even the requirement of sleep varies from individual to individual. There are people who can sleep for just 4 hours and be active for another 20 hours. Okay, and so yes, get enough sleep, whether it is 7 hours or 8 hours or 9 hours. And the sleep should be continuous but not intermittent. Okay, some people take rest in the afternoon, and that will they will have disturbed sleep during the night. That should not happen. Okay, yes, lack of sleep would lead to physical and mental issues. If you do not sleep, yes, you will have some other health issues. Therefore, get enough sleep. Do some exercise. To maintain health, you have to do some regularly. Say one day doing 4 hours of exercise and taking the whole week rest. It's not that. Okay, every day you have to do some exercise, regular exercise, walking, bodybuilding, yoga, meditation, but nothing in excess. Respect your age. According to your age, according to your capabilities, do the exercise. Not in say some fellow may go for gym for 3 hours. That doesn't mean you should also go for gym for 3 hours. Okay, that's regular exercise would keep your health. Then holidays, enjoy holidays. Okay, do not become workaholic. Travel, friends, history, food, beaches, mountains, sports. Yes, let your life be colorful. Okay, then only you're living. Okay, otherwise, when I say time management, that is time management. Instead of arguing with some fellow, yes, you go for a walk. Instead of some gossiping, you make use of. That's what I'm telling. I'm not telling that you should work for 24 hours. Time management doesn't mean working for 24 hours. Okay, you have to live your life. That is what time management is. Okay, yes, develop positive attitudes, enjoy holidays, do meditation, and you can do lot many work. And by maintaining by managing the time, you are able to reduce the stress, because you are able to do more work in short time, because you are managing the time. Okay, yes, you can finish off the time. Yes, you will have less stress or you don't have any stress at all. Then you can do more work. By time management, you can do more work. You can do more work and be relaxed at the same time. Okay. Yes, you become self-disciplined. When I say order, discipline. Okay. Yes, every day. Say that's my habit. I'll say by 8 o'clock in the morning, I'll have my breakfast. At 1:30 lunch and 7:30 night dinner. Yes. This is the routine. It never changes. Okay. Yes. We become more disciplined. We become more healthier. Okay. Yes, and we start thinking positively. When you start achieving something, okay. Yes, you become. You start thinking positively. Impossible becomes possible. Okay. Your self-esteem is boosted. Okay. Yes, you have done something. You have achieved something. Okay. What is success? Success comes by bit. Okay. Yes, you have passed your 10th standard. That is the success at that point of time. You enter into your pre-university. Yes, you come out with flying colors in pre-university. Yes, you get into the graduates college. College. You join the college. That is success. Yes, you complete your degree. Yes, that is success. You join your PG. That is success. You come out and now you have got an appointment. Yes, that is success. And this success should continue. It should not stop. Okay. If you want that success to be continued, yes, you have to manage time. You have to do work. You be disciplined. Impossible becomes possible. When you write a book, yes, your self-esteem is boosted. Or you do a PhD. You obtain doctoral degree. Yes, you are different from rest of your colleagues. You write a book, you are different. You be, good with your students. Yes, you are different. Like that. Say you start thinking positively. And when you start thinking, you can be happier. Okay. And you become a good model or good example. See, I would say every individual is an example. Either he is a good example or a bad example. For example, what do you tell your child at home? Okay, yes, there is another child in the neighborhood. He is a Ramu, and Ramu is very good, intelligent, always gets first rank. What do you advise your kid? Don't waste your time, don't play. See Ramu, how he is studious. Try to become like Ramu. That means Ramu becomes a good example. Say Ramu is not at all studying. He fails. He gets zeros. And what do you advise your child? Don't become like Ramu. That means Ramu becomes a bad example. In that way, all of us are examples. Either we are good examples or bad examples. Let us try to be good examples. Okay. And you achieve success in your life and you become self-motivated. These are the benefits of time management. Thank you for patient listening. If you have any questions, because the time is 11:40, we have 1 minute time, 1 or 2 minutes. Somebody can, if you can ask some question, I will answer your questions.
Sir, please explain the opportunity